Hey everybody, I'm Rick. Welcome to Talking Habs, where you get your daily fix of Bleu Blanc Rouge. All right, I believe it's game number 51. Is the end of a home and home series between the Ottawa Senators and the Montreal Canadiens. We'll be in Montreal tonight. That's where I am, and it should be. I don't know what kind of game it's going to be. Montreal got blown out 5-0 in the game on Saturday. And we're gonna see what I kind of think it's gonna be a better game by Montreal. I even think Montreal might win tonight. So what am I gonna do here tonight? I have a game preview for you guys. I have a game day news. I have a little bit of news. I have the lineups for tonight, and I also have this. The guess the score contest. If you guess the score of the game and the first goal scorer of the game, and you can pick that guy from either team, you win the $10 cash prize directly into your bank account. And all you have to do is pick that, make your guess in the chat here. Don't guess in the comments or go into the live hangout and guess. They only count here in the comments, and you have to also be the first player with that guess in the chat will win. So if you're making a guess and you see somebody else has the same one, just change it up a little bit. All right. Let's see. Let's get to see who's here. How's that? Kenny B, how's it going? Go Habs, go. I don't see the flags. Not here anyway. Daryl Adams, 3-2 Habs. Suzuki first goal. Keep up the great work. Thank you. I'm shocked Drouin, when he plays, is not doing good. Figured he would because he needs a contract next year. I think, yeah. I don't know what he's going to do. He's probably going to have to take a PTO, which is a player tryout, a professional tryout, or go to Europe. I mean, I don't know what he's going to do. Jason LaRose, 4-2 Sens. Stutzla, the diver, with the first goal. Habs Guru. Hey, Guru, how's it going? 4-1 Sens. Shane Pinto with the first goal. Justin. Hey, Justin, how you doing? Can Montreal not wear those blue jerseys? Oh, yeah. Well, he just gave that away. So, yeah, Montreal. I thought it was going to be the 2 weekend games for the Super Bowl. But no, Montreal is it back in reverse retro tonight. So, what is that? Like they two games ago they played them? They've got one more after tonight. So, let's see. Well, Justin, let me get to that. So, I did a video on it today. It's actually doing really well, and I'm shocked. You got like 500 views in the last hour. So, rest in peace, legendary SOB for son of a bitch, because he had a dark side. Bobby Hull passed away yesterday. He was 84 years old. I don't know. I think it was natural causes. They didn't say. He was at home, and they didn't say any reason other than that so far. Now, he was a true old-time hockey legend, and it's kind of like I say in the video, he was the Ty Cobb of the NHL. He literally was, because he had a dark side, and he had some views that don't sit well with me being Jewish. So, so be it. It doesn't take away who he was in the NHL and as a hockey player at all. And I think in my video, I didn't come down harsh on him, but I thought, got to bring up both things. All right, so those are two things. My game day news. I'll finish it up. Carey Price is selling his Montreal home, and he's moving to Kelowna, BC with his family. And that's according to his wife's, I think, Instagram, but definitely social media page. I don't know. I think it's Instagram, but maybe not. If that doesn't say he's done, I really don't know what else. Now, the possibility is he's just hoping that, things will get better with the knee and then he'll come back. But, I mean, they're selling the home. That's a lot. I mean, if you're planning to come back at some point over the next 4 years, or really hoping that it'll happen, I don't know that you sell your home yet, right? So he's going to sell his home after the end of the season, I think, at the end of the season. It'll sell. Those Carey Prices. Someone's going to buy that for sure, without a doubt. So, yeah, I'm curious what you guys think about that. Arbor Jackeye turned 22, I think 22. I don't know exactly. Yesterday. So happy birthday. Happy birthday, Arbor Jackeye. I'm drunk. Happy birthday, Arbor Jackeye. He doesn't listen to me, so, but you never know. The Canucks finally traded Bo Horvat. And I wrote here to kick off the trade deadline because it kind of does, right? It kicks off the trade deadline. It's in 3 weeks. This is, there's a big domino that just dropped. Um, I think with Horvat signing so early, maybe they won't be that, that point where they wait for that big name to go and then nobody makes a move till then. Like, he's one of those names. So maybe that'll speed up the process. Who knows? He was sent to the New York Islanders in exchange for a 2023 first-round pick. I think winger Anthony Beauvillier and center Atu Ratty. And I think Ratty is the big key here besides the draft pick. But and it'll be a decent draft pick with the Islanders. So they gave up a good draft pick. But I think Ratty for them was the big key. Owen Beck was returned immediately after the game on Saturday to the Peterborough Petes. And Montreal will go with 11 forwards and 7 defensemen tonight. It was just a one-game call-up. And when you think about it, Peterborough made a huge trade to get Owen Beck and gave up a lot of pieces to do that. Montreal, I imagine, didn't want to hold on to him longer than they needed to. I think there was an opportunity to take a look at him. I think that's what they wanted to do. They wanted to take a look at him, and they sent him right back. So anybody expecting him, he's not in the lineup. Okay, my guess for the guess to score contest, somebody had it very closely anyway. Daryl Adams and I are on the same as far as 3-2 Montreal. I think Montreal finds enough to not dominate here, but to beat Ottawa here tonight. And I'm giving Hoffman the first goal because he's on a line with Kirby Dach. And my gut feeling says that line gets the first goal. And I don't have the balls to say Dadonov no, I did want to say Dadonov for the first one. All right, what else we got going? What do I think of the Bo Horvat trade? I think New York Islanders won that trade. More than likely, probably more than likely they did. But like any trade, you got to wait a little bit of time before you, for sure. But on the surface, probably they did. X3J, how's it going? 5-3 Ottawa. Stutzla. The Diver. You just had to say the Diver. It's going well. It's going well. Well, so far, I got news the other day. I was going to go see my dad, but he got COVID. I got COVID from visiting him. He got COVID like 3 weeks later, and he's at the hospital. They said no symptoms, but he was there for precautionary reasons because of his age, and he's in isolation, and I can't go see him. And because of he has had cancer of the vocal cords, so he's got no vocal cords, so can't talk on the phone, can't talk to him. So that's my only thing. Other than that, everything's good. Speaking of New York Islanders, miss Romanov. Yes, we all miss Romanov. But listen, I don't think there's going to be a point going forward where we're going to look back and go, God, why did we get Doc for Romanov? Kirby Doc's going to make us not look back at that trade and feel like we lost because we didn't lose on that trade. It might turn out to be even, but I say so far Montreal's winning that trade. And if Kirby Dach turns out to be a top 2 center and just, puts up like 70 points a year and is physical and all that good stuff, then we won that trade, in my opinion. So, another 5 minutes or so, I'll go do the preview. So whatever you guys want to talk about. Something I was a little surprised at was for my Bobby Hull video. I didn't get a lot of comments, but what I was surprised at, and I think a lot of people didn't watch far enough, was I thought I'd get a little bit of pushback on the dark side part because I did the good stuff, not all of it. I didn't cover everything. And then the dark side, the last part of the video. So I don't know. I'm a little surprised I didn't get that, but I think a lot of people didn't watch all the way through, which is normal. Well, Justin, as they always say, right? You got to give up something to get something. And we did get something. And Doc, you got to give up something. I mean, I miss Romanov. I like Romanov. Definitely it was I wasn't really upset about the trade, but I didn't like losing Romanov, but I liked the trade from day one. Conservative lawyer, how's it going? Vancouver is tanking worse than us. Not sure it will land them. Bedard, I think it will create a losing culture in Vancouver. Don't they already seem to have one? And then getting Rick Tocchet. I mean, how does that make you a winning culture? He's not a winning coach. I don't understand it. Romanov is good defensively, but has no offensive upside whatsoever. I wouldn't say none, but he's not. He doesn't have a lot. Which, going forward, kind of you need. I mean, the modern NHL defenseman going forward is going to be able to play both sides of the puck. I think Romanov can. I'm not saying he can't. Bayboy's got Habs 4-2, Suzuki first goal. This week, 25 years ago, Vancouver made a similar trade with the Islanders. They traded Linden, their captain. Very similar trades. I kind of remember it. I don't remember everybody that was it. Was am I right? Muller, Kirk Muller was involved in that trade, or I'm wrong about that? I want to say that happened. Hey, Doug, how you doing, man? 4-1 Ottawa. Kachuk first goal, according to JFed. Austin Justin, same back, man. Glad you're here. Glad to call you a friend as well. Doug's got 3-2 Ottawa. Doc first goal. Lucas. Hey, Lucas. 5-2 Ottawa. DeBrincat first goal. No confidence in the Habs to really come back from that loss the other day. Yeah, I don't know. I think Montreal's going to have some pride. They're at home. They're wearing. You know what? Last game they lost in overtime in the blue. And I don't see why they can't win tonight. Todd Bertuzzi was a prospect that went to Vancouver in that trade. Oh wow, that's how long ago, eh? So I'm wrong about being Kirk Muller was in, because I believe Kirk Muller, we traded him to the Islanders, and didn't he go to Vancouver after that? Or I could be totally wrong about that. I'm just saying that seems like it would be around the same time, but I have no idea. I'm just guessing here. Couple more minutes, and then we'll go for. I'll do the preview. There's the only difference in the lineup I know for Montreal is just they're going back to the 11 defensemen, 7 forwards. I mean, no, imagine 11 defensemen, 11 forwards, 7 defensemen. That's pretty much it. and I think I don't like they called up Beck on an emergency recall. Now they're still under those same situation before they called Beck up for the one game. Like, how come they didn't call somebody else up? I don't know what the answer is to that. If anybody's curious, I don't have an answer to that. My brain just goes, why do they do that? All right. 2 more minutes and I go to the thing that I do there, game preview. Anything you guys want, anything you want to know, if I know about it, I'll tell you. If I don't, well, then I guess you're shit out of luck, because I won't know. All right. I guess that's a no. Let's get to the preview. Oh, well, yeah, I forgot to use some of my images. I just wanted to actually show you for Bobby Hull. Guy had crazy numbers. 1,170 points in 1,063 games. 638 points in 411 games in the WHA, which was an easier league. So, but he was consistent through with the playoffs. And here is an interesting stat in 74, 75, 77 goals in 78 games. Now that in the WHA, I don't know that he would have accomplished that in the NHL, but you can look at his numbers and see that he was pretty consistent, put up good points, finished in the top 3 many times. He led the league in points. I think 3 times, or it was goals. I'm not sure, but I mean, I didn't put some of that in the video because I felt that I didn't want to play up all of it. I just gave you some of the good stuff and then some of the bad stuff, and it wasn't a long video, and like that's why I did what I did. All right, stop babbling and let's get to the game. So the 23-23-3 Ottawa Senators are in Montreal to play the 2026-4 Montreal Canadiens. The way you can watch this game, 7 o'clock Eastern start, 4 p.m. Pacific in the Montreal region, TSN2 in English and RDS in French. And for the Ottawa Senators region, TSN5 in English and RDS in French. Season series, December 14th, they beat us 3-2 in Ottawa just the other day, 5-0, also in Ottawa. And then there's tonight's game, and February 25th, again in Montreal. Last 10 record, Ottawa's 5-5-0 on a 3-game winning streak. Montreal 4-5-1. They lost their last game to Ottawa. Home and away record, Ottawa's away this time, 9-12-2 on the road, and Montreal is 11-13-1 at home. Tail of the tape, scoring chances 4%, 44.6% for Ottawa. Montreal, that's 26th, 52.1% for Ottawa. They're 10th in the league in that. Goals per game, 2.52 for Montreal, 30th, 2.96 for Ottawa, 24th. Goals against per game, 3.68 for Montreal, 28th, and 3.23 for Ottawa, 19th. Power play percentage, 14.8%, so it dropped again. Can't go any further than 32nd, though. 26.2% for Ottawa, 3rd in the league, a really good power play. PK percentage for Montreal, 73.5%, 29th, and 81.2% for Ottawa, 10th. So their special teams are good, and it's going to be tough for Montreal to, not give up a power play goal and maybe score one. That's going to happen. They're 0-2-0 against Ottawa this year, and Ottawa's 2-0-0 against Montreal this year. Face-off percentage, Ottawa is 52.1% on the year for 9th in the league, and Montreal 49.8% for 17th. Shots on goal 4 and shots against. On goal 4, 33.7 for Ottawa, 27.8 for Montreal, and against 31.8 for Ottawa, 34.1 for Montreal. I'm going to say it's Forsberg because I know they brought in another AHL or whatever goalie to back him up tonight. I say that because that gives it away, right? I guess it's to back him up. 10-10-2. He shut us out, so he's got 2 shutouts. He has a 309 goals against and a 906 save percentage. And it's going to be Jake Allen, 10-16-2 with a 353 goals against and 893 save percentage. No shutouts. Players to watch over the last 5 games. In points for them, Claude Giroux with 8, Rem Pitlick with 4. In goals for them, Claude Giroux with 4, and Raphael Harvey-Pinard for Montreal with 3. Assists, Jake Sanderson with 4 for them, and Alex Belzil with 4 for us, and +/- for Sanderson, and +2 for Harvey-Pinard. Team leaders in goals, Stutzla for them, the diver with 20, and for Montreal, still Cole Caulfield with 26. Points, 49 for Brady Tkachuk for them, and 38 for Nick Suzuki. Average time on ice, Thomas Chabot, 25.50, and Mike Matheson for Montreal, 23.15. And in the wins department, 12 for Cam Talbot, who's injured, and 10 for Jake Allen. The bottom 10 changed just a little bit, but St. Louis dropped. So from 10 down, Detroit, Ottawa, St. Louis, Montreal, Vancouver, San Jose, Arizona, Anaheim, Chicago, and Columbus rounded out. And there you go. So Montreal is still going to have a little trouble to push down. even though they're only like Vancouver's just a point behind them, and San Jose 2 more after that, it doesn't seem like a lot. It's going to be difficult because shitty teams. The refs tonight: Justin St. Pierre and Justin Key. We got the Justins. Under Justin St. Pierre last season, Montreal went 3-2, and under Justin Kia, I guess. Just put an I there. If his middle name is, I can't think of a name with I. What the Ian? He would be Justin IKEA. So hey, we went 0-1 under him last year. So I mean, it's favorable enough. We'll see what happens with that. Peter was going to join me, but I think he just texted me to say that he is not going to be joining me, and that's fine. That happens. He wanted to talk about Bobby Hall. He met Bobby Hall. Oh, his wife's having a gallbladder attack. They've got to go to the hospital. Let me just send him something. All right, sorry for that. Let's finish off. Top 5 scoring for the Sens. Brady Tkachuk, 19 goals, 30 assists, 49 points. Claude Giroux, 19 goals, 28 assists, 47 points. The Divers, Stutzla, 20 goals, 25 assists, 45 points. Drake Batherson, 15 goals, 27 assists, 42 points. And DeBrincat, 16 goals, 24 assists, 40 points. Habs scoring, top 5. Nick's is it? Well, it didn't change from last time because they didn't get anything. 16, 22, 38. That's Suzuki's numbers. Caulfield, 26 and 10 for 36 points. Doc, 10 goals, 22 assists, 32 points. Dvorak, 7, 13, 20 points. And Anderson, 14 goals, 3 assists, 17 points. The Sens lines tonight: Stutzla, centering Tkachuk, and Joseph. Greg, I'm not sure how it's pronounced. I think it's Greg. In between DeBrincat and Giroux. Shane Pinto in between Brassard and Batherson. Gambrell in between Kelly and Watson. And Shabbat and Holden, first pair. Sanderson, Hamonic, second pair. And Brandstrom, Zaitsev, third pair. Anton Forsberg getting the start. Montreal: Suzuki, Pitlick, Anderson staying together. Dak, Dadonov, Hoffman staying together. Dvorak and Alonin, they'll have somebody on a play wing in a rotation, I imagine, because obviously they're not going to split up Belzile, Pizzetta, and Harvey Pinard, who have been playing quite well over the last 4 or 5 games or something like that. Jack High and Savard are paired together. Matheson and Barron together. Harrison and Kovacevic together. Weidman will be the extra man out there. And Jake Allen getting the start. And you see the huge list of the injured. Yeah. I'm not sure what's up with Monahan because I haven't heard anything if he got re-injured or not. They're supposed to be close to returning, hopefully, when Habs play again. Don't forget, let me take this down. Don't forget, Montreal after this game is not back on the ice in a game until February 11th. Offhand, I don't know who that's against. I think the Islanders. I want to say the Islanders. And so they got a long break. It would have been nice, really, for Nick Suzuki to get that full amount of break, but he's going to the All-Star game. He won't get as much of a break, but they're all going to get a little time to heal from injuries, rest, and be ready for the rest of the season. So there you go there. That's my preview. Yeah, that's it. All right, what are you guys saying? What are you guys saying out there? Where was I? By the way, which NHL arenas have you seen games live in? The Montreal Forum, and I don't even know if I've been to the Bell Center. How's that? I've never seen an NHL game anywhere other than here. You've only been to Scotiabank. So there you go. I mean, yeah, in the city we live in. But yeah, I don't travel. I'm not a traveler. Baybay says, in exchange for Linden, Islanders general manager Mike Milbury gave the Canucks Todd Bertuzzi, Brian McCabe, and a third-round pick. It was a huge haul. It was, yeah. Not surprised. Milbury was not a great GM at all. Not a great anything really ever, I think. Justin hopes Carey Price will become an assistant coach or GM. My thoughts. I have no idea. If he wants to, sure. You know what? I don't think he does. So I'm gonna say I don't really think Carey Price. I don't think he wants to do that in like the future. So I'm gonna say whatever he wants to do. If he does and he can do it, yeah, all the best. 5-0 says Lakes yard work and Kachuk with the first one. I'm gonna say you're probably a Sens fan, which is awesome. But that was last game. I don't really think it'll be a repeat. But you never know, right? You never know. Welcome in, Bob Cannon. How you doing, Bob? Sam Wallenius. Stutzla, not a diver. It's a myth. It's a myth. I don't believe what my eyes see. Believe what this guy says, but don't believe your lying eyes, man. I don't know. I've kind of seen him do it. So I'm going to say maybe it's maybe overblown a little bit that we make it like he does it every single time. That might be right, but he's a diver. Mary Jo, hey Mary Jo, 4-2 Sens. Giroux at the first one. Habs fan, you love Slappy Pickle. I know a lot of girls like that. Are you a friend of Slappy Pickles? Or I don't think he's in right now. Come back later. No, just joking. Welcome in. Bob says Ottawa 4-2 over Montreal. DeBrincat with the first goal. David, hey David, 5-2 Sens. Dvorak first goal. Sad. Lucas is sad. It's such a long break. What did you write there? What will we do with ourselves? Jay, I mean, I can think of a lot of things. Yeah, some of them I can't say on here. Carey won't be around the team. Hearing they're putting his house. That's why I said his house. They're selling the house, and they're moving to Kelowna. Apparently, right after the season, or they're moving. I guess in April. Will I stream the All-Star stuff? No, because I don't think I'm going to be able to get it. That's one reason. And I will do my Saturday show. So Saturday Hockey Talk will be on, and I will do probably on Wednesday. Not tomorrow, but the following Wednesday, I'll do a show then too. And hopefully I'll put out a couple of videos. I mean, that's what my plans are. Have I seen a Jets game before? No. I don't think I've seen Montreal play the Jets either, so no. I mean, on TV, yeah. Do I want Connor Bedard on the team? No, I don't want. Why would I want Connor Bedard? Why? Why would I? No, of course I do. If we can get him. I think we're going to get him. No. I mean, Lucas, maybe down the road. I don't know. I don't know. To me, it seems like Carey Price will not. I don't see him in hockey after. Now, I've been known to be wrong a lot, so Hey, Quinn, did I hear the Pfizer news? Is it real news or is it made up news? If you're talking about the black actor that apparently was a Pfizer executive that was out on a date and decided to talk about everything. Yeah, I saw that. It's bullshit. I don't want to talk about it because it's bullshit. And I don't really want to talk about bullshit. Well, thank you, Bob. Did you watch it to the end? Because I don't think a lot of people did for the dark side stuff, but appreciate that. Baby, exactly why. I mean, this is what Baby just wrote there. That's pretty true. Is apparently true. Carey is destined to be the chief of his band, as his mother is holding the spot for him, and that's my understanding. So I don't really think he's going to be coaching or GMing. JFed, I mean, if that's what he's talking about, and anybody watched it, and you think, and then when the guy gets busted by the supposed journalist, and if you watch that and go, that's real, yeah, I got some land in the swamplands there in Florida to sell you. It's really good stuff, and you can make money by buying it. I got land for you. Yeah, you know what, Bob? I think the same for me. I was really up on this, and then I read some of that, and I went, "Oh, okay. So how do I approach that?" So, yeah, I tried to approach it in a way that wasn't going to really piss anybody off, and not be necessarily accusatory about any of it. Just kind of reporting, here's some good, here's some apparently bad that's reported and is out there, and things he said. Make up your mind. So we got about, a little less than 10 minutes to go before I got to go and feed my animals and get ready for the game at 7. So anything you guys want to talk about, but I really prefer, no conspiracy theories, please. Baby says the thing is, what Hall did was more common than we think, as there was not the coverage we have today, and which is why what I said at the end, he was, I forget. Well, I got it right here. I'm going to quote what I said. A hard living, beer drinking, man's man of a bygone era, a Ty Cobb of the NHL. And I think, for me, I don't know what you guys think, but that kind of sums it up. Pete had a couple of stories that he wanted to come on and tell. We'll do it another time, but yeah, he was a man's man. Hey, welcome back, Kenny B. Do I think Carey Price was the best in the league? What I will say is I think Carey Price was the best goalie of his generation. That's what I want to say. Hey, Harry, how you doing, man? 5-1 Habs. Doc opens the scoring. Kirby, Doc. He sucks. No, he doesn't do that. I don't know why I would even said that. Not that there's anything wrong with it, though. And there's not. Just I didn't mean to imply anything at all. It was just stupidity out of my head. Malcolm says 3 for 3 for the Sens. Malcolm, I believe you are a Sens fan. Welcome in. Yeah, it could happen. I think it'll be, kind of a tight win for Montreal. That's my opinion tonight. I think they get their revenge. I don't think they dominate them by any means at all. But it could be that they are Habs are wearing the reverse retros. This a lot of people are going to think automatically, it's a loss. But the last game, it was a loss, but it wasn't like automatically they went to overtime. So that, they didn't just automatically lose. Let's see if they can win one tonight. I have a feeling they will, even though they're wearing the reverse retros. Last year, they went 1-4-1 in the 6 games they wore them. This is game 6. I kind of think they're going to do that as well. How's that? I think it's game 6 or I don't know. Anyway, we'll find out. See, another 5 minutes to go. Ask away. Oh, there is a question there. Wait, interested to see if Isles can go on a heater for a playoff spot after the Horvat trade. Listen, you know what? The Horvat, I mean, he should correct or should help them in a couple of areas, like a power play. Oh, what else was it I was reading? The power play and something else that is going to be really important for the Islanders. They don't score a lot of goals, and their power play, I believe, sucks, like ours. So I think he makes a bit of a difference there for them. Is that enough to make the playoffs? Could be. Could be. There's a good story about Bobby Hull. I wanted to say thank Justin. Justin, thank you so much. If I could find my thank you, Justin, for the dono. He says, "Here you go. Thanks so much for being a good friend, Rick." You're welcome, Justin, and thank you for the dono. You're going to get into the draw, the next one that we do. I'm not sure what I'm giving away exactly, but I got a bunch of stuff on my shelf, and I'm going to put together a few things. And I'm not exactly sure when it's going to be, but it's coming up shortly anyway for the next draw. We just did one a couple weeks ago. I want to say 3 weeks ago. But thanks, Justin. Super appreciate that. Bob says Bobby almost punched my buddy because he asked him something a little off color, I guess. Yeah, I think he was a bit of a hothead at times. He drank a lot. Those two things don't go together. And it's not like some of it was known. Some of this stuff was definitely known about him. It was the stuff with the Moscow time. I didn't know that stuff. The stuff that he said. Yeah. A Guru, very good point. At least Boston didn't get Horvat. That I'm kind of happy about. Yes. Are they starting Jake Allen? They are. I didn't see that. Malcolm just did. They are starting Jake Allen tonight. It's kind of. It looks like it's going to be like I said. They're going to split games basically, the two goalies. So Allen, when he came back, started. Then Monty. Now Allen. Imagine Monty. Well, let's see when they get back. They got a long break. Let's see what happens when they get back. But my assumption is they're going to split starts with them. Bob, that may be true, but you got to figure a guy like Hall out like that, maybe representing a company or something, should have his temper in check. And as Jay Fed just put there, alcoholism runs in the Hall family, and it's true. And if you look at Brett, there's been a few instances at I don't know, All-Star game and a couple other things where he was just smashed and out there talking about things. And so, yeah. Listen, in his day, he was probably just like a lot of people. I'm not going to come down on the guy, especially now that he's passed away, but I thought it was important to mention the dark side. It was there. May the force be with you. Come to the light. And believe me, being a dick at times, most of us are. I know I can be a dick at times, without a doubt. So, doesn't mean you got to get punched. All right, I think I'm going to go then. I got less than a minute now. Okay, so I'm done for now. I'll be back in 20 minutes with the live hangout, and I will do some play-by-play there and color commentary. Talk to you guys in the chat. I don't know. I think Matt might join us. I don't know though. So even though I chatted with him earlier, I didn't ask him. So we'll see what happens with that. It's a rematch on a home-on-home series, so we'll see if Montreal can get revenge and win a game here and or not. Thanks for watching, everybody. I really appreciate it. Till next time, which is like 20 minutes. Stay safe out there. Peace out, and I'll see you in a bit. Ciao, everybody. Keep your stick on the ice and go Habs go, because I'm supposed to say that. Ciao.